Bats, pumpkins, skeletons, candy, parties, costumes, and superstitions. All that we know about October 31st is that it's a holiday that crams all these things into a cauldron that mixes a spell called Halloween. Where did spooky traditions even come from? Grab your broomsticks, kids, because we're going to fly every which way to find out how Halloween first started. Over 2,000 years ago in Ireland, the ancient Celtic festival of Samhain was celebrated on October 31st, the day before the Irish New Year. The New Year was celebrated on November 1st to mark the end of a prosperous summer and the start of a dark and cold winter. Celts believed that the day before the New Year was when the boundary between the world of the living and the dead became blurred. Ghosts of the dead returned to the earth to cause trouble and damage the crops. In the mid-8th century, Pope Gregory III claimed November 1st as All Saints' Day, also known as All Hallows' Day. This is where we get the name Halloween, which is derived from All Hallows' Eve. The customs of Halloween came to America when a large number of Irish people immigrated because of Ireland's potato famine in 1846. Halloween first was popular in Maryland and then later expanded to the other states. The most popular kind of celebrations in America were play parties that included sharing stories of the dead, fortune-telling, dancing, singing, and mischief making. That was the Harry Potter fangirl in me taking over. Back to the story, though. People were encouraged by their community leaders and newspapers to put out frightening or grotesque decorations to ward off bad spirits. In the 1920s and 30s, parades and town-wide celebrations became very popular. Prior to this, there weren't that many Halloween festivities, only autumn harvest celebrations. During the 20th century, Halloween lost its superstitious and religious meaning. Halloween molded into a way to get people in the community together. Around the 1950s, after the baby boom, Halloween parties moved from civic centers into classrooms. Now enough of that boring background info and on to the fun stuff. Back in the 1800s, people thought that when they left their house on October 31st that they would see ghosts. In order to disguise as the spirit of the night themselves, they wore masks to blend in. These scary masks would ward off harmful spirits off of their property. Just know that the scarier the mask, the more spirits and little children you scare away. Trick-or-treating came from the installation of All Souls' Day parades. Poor people would beg for food and received soul cakes in return for their promise to pray for that family's dead relatives. Americans took the Irish traditions by dressing up and going door to door and begging for food and money. I wish that part about handing out money was still true. I would love to knock on someone's door and for them to give me a crisp 20. Hello, Jackson. Trick-or-treating became the most popular from the 1920s to the 1950s. People mainly thought that they could avoid tricks being played on their houses if they handed out candy that night. This $6 billion holiday is the second largest commercial holiday in America, following only Christmas. I know I contribute to that number a lot every year because of my love for decorating my house and dressing up in ridiculous costumes. We here at PNN wish you a fun, safe Halloween. Or should I say, an All Hallows' Eve? Wink, wink. No? Oh. Okay. Signing off for PNN, I'm Katy Jurczyk.